It is great to see many moderate Democrats also join the majority of the country in knowing that Charlie Kirk's death and the celebrations of such are vile and attack on public discourse. As someone that used to be formally involved in that kind of grassroots activism campus work, as the founder and the president of Florida Keepers, and whatever future work may come up, this affects us all. This public discourse is pertinent to the conservation movement. It's pertinent to whatever rights movement you're fighting for, whatever state you're in, whatever field of study you're in. If you are in the public realm, we cannot tolerate the celebration of this vile act. There's no buts about it. There's no, well, what about? No. Grieve. Well, what about mourn? Well, what about? No. Understand as something unique, something that's declining in America is the ability of free speech, free expression, and the increasing rates of crime and intolerance against what you could call as either traditionalists, people on the right. It's not even partisan anymore by that matter. Whatever it is increasing, and it's right for all sides of this to stand out and speak up against what a faction that is certainly on the left, not the majority, but there is a large number in a faction on the left that are celebrating this, that are giving excuses for it. And if you're trying to save an animal, if you're trying to fight to save some land, if you're trying to have a certain measure of legislation passed, if you're trying to share your expressions and political viewpoints in the public, you need to be rightfully calling this out. There's no excuses. There's no extra things to say. This is a tragedy on a national figure, and it is a bleak mark right around 9/11 as well, because something is shifting in this country, something where we know there's no room, there's no foot in the door for, well, what about people celebrating, people trying to have excuses? That's not a foot in the door of this public discourse and political discourse. You have to come to that discussion already with the idea that I will never celebrate violence against political enemies. I will be peaceable. I will conduct myself in a manner worthy. I will have decorum. Then we can have that discussion. You're right, left, whatever your positions are on any issue. But until you make that come to that doorway, that's inexcusable. And it even affects Florida conservation. It affects us all. It's part of our country. It's not something we can just blot out and isolate. It's something that every organization should speak up if they're in the realm of public discourse, which many organizations, Florida Keepers, and many others in Florida actually are. Whether they know it or not, they are right in the middle of public discourse, especially if you want to have new politicians in those seats to save Florida and save wild Florida. Charlie Kirk's loss is big. It's awful. And there's no excuses and no room for celebration of it.